everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Let's just jump straight into it. If you have ever kicked off a new fitness routine completely fired up and full of good intentions, only to watch the whole thing quietly fall apart a few weeks later, well, you're definitely in the right place. Today, we're tackling the exact reason why that happens. We are going to break down a powerful, daily rule that practically guarantees you won't quit. And honestly, the best part is that it doesn't require intense physical effort, superhuman motivation, or flawless discipline. So let's dive in and figure out how to build a habit that actually sticks around this time.
So I want you to think about this. What if doing almost nothing was actually better than doing nothing? I know, it sounds totally backwards, right? We've been so deeply conditioned by this whole no pain, no gain culture. This idea that you have to leave it all on the gym floor every single time. But keep this question in the back of your mind as we go through this explainer. We're going to unpack this idea of the minimum viable workout. It's a fundamental rule about the absolute minimum amount of effort that still officially counts as doing something. Because the day you finally embrace this rule, that is the day you stop quitting for good.
All right, let's get into Section 1, the all-or-nothing trap.
Okay, we have all lived through this cycle, right? You decide you're going to get in shape. You map out the ultimate routine. Maybe it's 5 days a week, 45 minutes a pop, every single exercise perfectly scheduled. And day one goes flawlessly. Day 2 is pretty great, too. But then day 3 hits. A meeting runs late, the kids are driving you crazy, you are just utterly exhausted. So something comes up and you skip it. No big deal, right? Except by day 4, that guilt starts creeping in, so you skip it again. Fast forward to day 7, and you're telling yourself, whatever, I'll just start over from scratch on Monday. Life is always going to disrupt a perfect routine.
And you know, this is exactly where the real damage is done. The second you tell yourself, I broke the streak, I failed, it's game over. The actual problem isn't that you missed one 45-minute gym session. Not at all. The problem is this incredibly toxic mental rule we impose on ourselves. When most people miss a workout, they don't think, hey, I missed one, I'll grab it tomorrow. They think, I completely failed. It's this rigid all-or-nothing mindset telling you that unless a workout is 100% optimal and complete, it just doesn't count. So it's not actually laziness that derails us, it's literally this exact mental trap.
Which brings us nicely to Section 2, the minimum viable workout.
The minimum viable workout, or the MVW, is the smallest possible version of a workout that still counts as showing up. It is specifically engineered to survive your absolute worst days. We're actually borrowing a concept from product development here, the minimum viable product. It's that idea of asking, what is the absolute smallest, leanest version of this thing that still delivers value and moves us forward? When you apply that to fitness, you're asking, what is the tiniest workout I can do today that still counts as not quitting? We're not talking about your best workout here, just a minimum effort required to keep the needle moving.
So how do we put this into practice? Let's look at Section 3, the floor framework.
If you track your activity over time, you are naturally going to have really good days, you'll have okay days, and you'll have absolutely terrible days. But the one thing they all must have in common is that they rest on or above a solid baseline. We call this baseline the floor. Basically, every single day, you have 2 options for your workout, the full version and the floor version. On good days, sure, you do the full routine. But on bad days, and believe me, they are coming, you simply hit the floor. This guarantees that your activity level never, ever drops to 0.
Let's ground this in reality with some scenarios we all face. Say you have a brutally stressful, draining day at work and you are totally wiped out. Well, your floor workout might just be 5 push-ups, literally 30 seconds of effort. The result? The floor is cleared. It officially counts. Or what if you're traveling, you're stuck in a tiny hotel room and there's no gym? Your floor workout could be 10 bodyweight squats right before you get into bed. That takes maybe 2 minutes. Result? Floor cleared. It counts. Or let's say you're feeling under the weather, low energy, fighting off a cold. Your floor workout is a 10-minute slow walk around the block. Result? Floor cleared. The chain stays unbroken. Honestly, these are completely unimpressive, barely anything workouts, but they are unbelievably effective at keeping your habit alive.
Section 4, redefining fitness success.
Here is the crucial shift in perspective. A broken streak is not a failure. Choosing the floor instead of doing nothing at all, that is still a win. The issue is that most of us measure our fitness success by our absolute best days, right? Your heaviest lift, your fastest run, your most perfectly consistent week. And when reality inevitably falls short of that, you feel like you failed. We have to flip that script. True success isn't about your best day. It's about not quitting on your absolute worst day. If you have a terrible week but you hit your floor every single day of that week, that's not a failure. That is the week you proved your habit is actually real.
Now let's build yours. Section 5,
Set your own floor.
Creating your own floor is super easy. It takes like 2 minutes and 3 steps. Step 1, pick one single movement that you can do anywhere. No gym required, no special equipment. A push-up, a squat, a short walk. Just pick one. Step 2, set a rep count so small it actually feels a little embarrassing. Seriously, it shouldn't be challenging. 5 push-ups, a 5-minute walk. Step 3, commit to it. That embarrassingly small number is entirely non-negotiable on your bad days. When you're exhausted and just want to collapse on the couch, there is no internal debate. You just hit the floor.
Now there is one very important rule to this system. You review your floor upward every 30 days, but you never review it downward. As you get stronger and your baseline fitness inevitably improves, your floor is naturally going to rise. Maybe your 5 push-ups eventually become 10, but you never, ever lower the floor. It is a one-way street of guaranteed, minimum progress over time.
To wrap this all up, Section 6, 3 undeniable truths.
Truth number 1. Barely anything beats nothing. Every single time. The absolute worst workout you ever did was still vastly better than the one you just skipped. Let this be your golden mantra. Any action, no matter how tiny or seemingly insignificant, trumps inaction. Doing 5 lazy squats in your pajamas is infinitely better than doing 0 optimal squats in the gym.
Truth number 2. Your floor is not your ceiling. The minimum is not where you live permanently. It's just a safety net you fall back on so you never fall off completely. This is so important to grasp. You still want to strive for those great 45-minute sessions on your good days, but having this net built in for the rough days ensures that you are always moving forward, rather than constantly sliding backward and starting over.
And finally, truth number 3. The habit survives the bad days, or it just does not exist. A routine that only functions when everything in your life is going perfectly isn't a routine at all. It's just a wish. This is probably the biggest takeaway here. Real consistency is forged in the fire of those hard days. If your fitness plan completely crumbles just because you had a long shift at work, it was never a habit to begin with. Setting a floor turns that fragile wish into a bulletproof reality.
So I'm going to leave you with one final question to think about. What is your floor? Don't wait on this. I'm challenging you to decide right now. Pick that one movement. Pick that one embarrassingly small number. Just write it down somewhere. From this day forward, that is your non-negotiable minimum. You now have exactly what you need to destroy that all or nothing mindset forever. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I seriously can't wait to see you build habits that finally actually last.